Greetings, traveler.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves yet another Slyders game. This man does not stop. 19,000 MMR, the terror of the EU ladder. We're playing a Malagos game, an uprising. So every time he levels, he's going to get a prize. Now, they really revamped this anomaly quite well, or should I just say the Darkmoon prize system in general. There used to be just the by far strongest option, which was Great Deal, which would make your level costs 5 gold less. 5 gold in the early game is unreasonable. That is so, it's like getting a completely interest-free loan. It's unbelievable. But on top of that, like, the money is just so much more valuable early because it allows you to level, and then you just buy higher tier units faster. So it's insane how good it was. Compare that to Rat in a Cage, which is your guy gets +2 damage, and instead of 10 damage, it's now 22. It's like, oh, yeah, that or 5 gold. That seems to be like about as powerful. So they changed that. That's no longer in the pool, and they buffed a lot of the weaker prizes. So that's quite nice. We see Slyders here looking to stay on tier 1 to squeeze a little bit more value out of the prize. He's going to freeze first and then re-roll so that he doesn't freeze the card that is in this triple. He's going to keep the triple in the shop because he needs to be doing something anyway if he is on tier 1 waiting until the prize upgrades. Now, I would say that most people are going to level on turn 2 in this anomaly, myself included. But Slyders happen to be in a position where he has a shield, he has a banana, it sort of makes sense, and you get rewarded for staying anyway. As you can see, the opponent also stayed here, but there's also a fair few people in the lobby that leveled. So I guess what I'm trying to say is you can do both. Just see what your hero power does, see what's in the shop, and don't feel like you're forced to stay on tier 1. Same way how you shouldn't feel forced to level if you have a good shop. So here we could see him buy that mech and hold it, but it is a bit awkward. Yeah, so he's gonna go with the economy and re-roll it. Yeah, we like that more. Oh, we get a 1/1 because the Battlecry doesn't proc. That's funny. It's like a microbot without the microbot. Next turn, he gets to level and worst case scenario, sell the 1/1. I guess he has to sell the 1/1, yep. And then he gets to play that for a 3-drop, but he also gets a higher tier prize now because he stayed on tier 1 a little bit longer. Oh, the spell actually is quite nice here. Yeah, I guess he doesn't have to sell anything, right? I forgot, he's not Jeeve curving, he's Reform curving. Most of the time it's just the infinite coin, but it doesn't get any value this turn. So I could see him take one of the other two. I think he's checking which types are in for the Battlecries, yeah. So he's gonna bank Brann for 1 turn. Ooh, money. Money's huge. Love to see it. Malagos also gets to reroll the triple reward if you're not happy. Oh, right. He does have a laureate. Really? Gold grubber over money, huh? Oh, he does have 2 goldens. Right, it's 2 goldens. Okay. Fair play, Mr. Slyders. I guess Gold Grubber does make sense here. I'm just so conditioned, right? Like money, yep. Now, is money bad there? No, definitely not. But he will have enough money to do what he wants to do, which is level. And he could be getting money from, say, Infinite Coin from his next few prizes, which means that he has the money part covered, potentially. But he also wants to get some tempo, and his Gold Grubber's great tempo. So, I like that. Okay, he's just going to stack Brann. So now he has a Golden Brann in hand for 1 turn. It's like terms and conditions apply. It's like Golden Brann, terms and conditions apply, only for 1 turn. So we already see some different decisions that he's made, I think, from a lot of players, myself included. I think I would have just windmill slammed the money in both cases. I would have probably grabbed the coin. I would have probably grabbed the pirates, the money pirate. But seeing how he's structuring his early game now, how the flow happens, like, this is better. I like this more because it'll give him a much more stable mid game, because he's going to have this random big pirate on his board, which is going to save him a lot of health. Instead of just having a bunch of coins that he then needs to spend to get strong, he just gets strong right now. That makes sense, right? So he's going to have a little bit less money, but because he has that gold grubber, it's okay. He doesn't need that much money because that money would be spent to get strong anyway. And now he's already going to be strong. So fair play. Usually it's offert par la maison on the house. Yeah. Okay, we get a 4 money pirate. Yeah, there we go. This is great. And now he has money anyway. Our mechs are in. That makes Pagel a little trickier to play. He's gonna reroll his 4 drops here, see if he gets something good. I do like that a lot, yeah. I'm a big believer now of banking blue shell ever since I did that Chief coaching / co-op, and he was just like, oh yeah, just blue shell. Blue shell's broken. As long as I have enough health, I kind of just pick up blue shells because you're gonna lose at some point. That's 5 gold. Okay, we barely have enough damage to get our triple. That's huge. Very likely to lose here. So then 5 extra gold coming in from the blue shell. We're also going to have 2 coins from the industrious deckhands. Yeah, close loss, but the opponent was a bit bigger. Next turn, Morchi gets to copy the minion, right? With Vandar. Wow. Holy money! And that's also a... no photobomber? I kind of like the spell here, but because he also has this blank walker. Is he not gonna buy blank walker? Another Brann. He's checking what the other guy had, right, to see if he wants to steal. He's gonna do it, the madman. We're not buying blank walker here. Wow. Well, he just skips that. I guess he didn't have that many coins. Nala, not interested. There is a Titus with this photobomber. Ooh, wow. Wow. Cool, bro. Man, he just is able to read the game in a different way than I am right now, which is so fun. Because normally when you see this, right? So first of all, I think the Plank and the Nala were reasonable, right? Because you have the coins in your hand and you do want to get a bit stronger. But the second one, the one that is way, way, way different is he has Photobomber in his hand. Not that he necessarily wants or needs to play Photobomber, but he has Shipment in his discovery. And Shipment is just one of those, that is the card you go to tier 5 for. But again, right, I'm not disagreeing with him in that I ultimately think that he's wrong. Again, he's 19,000 MMR. The chance that he's right is very high. But looking at this decision, he has the triple Brann in the hand. So he thinks, oh, I'm already going to make a lot of money next turn anyway when I pop all the Brann spells. So by putting the 5-drop Scaling Pirate in his hand, he's going to be able to get strong while he is cycling all these Battlecries. That's sort of the idea here. Yeah, he's going to sell that for more spells cast. That's another Battlecry. So now he's like locked and low. You can see him, right? Wait, let me review. Okay, let me
you had your...
Sorry. I just wanted to show you guys this facial expression. Oh, oops. You can see as he grabs the panda here, he knows, right? He's like, he's gonna like sit up. He's like, it's gonna be a big turn. It's gonna be a big turn. I love that. All right. Because he knows it's -10 this turn, pretty likely. So he's going to go down to 29. But with this amount of money and the panda, the likelihood that he finds an armor over the course of the next 2 turns is very high. So he really has 2 more fights in him, right? 2 more losses. Beautifully set up turn. He's got the triple Battlecry spell in the hand. Then he also has that tier 5 Scaling Pirate, so he knows that when he spends a lot of money, he's going to get stronger for it. And then he's also got the Battlecries locked and loaded already, so that he can have a wonderful turn with those brands. Let's just watch the show. This should be a huge pop-off turn. Here we go. Let's see how much time he has, chat. 104 seconds, and a panda and the pirate with HP in the shop. So he just levels straight away. Just, yeah, he cannot think too much here. He just like go, oh my god, that's gonna be so big. Leveling, I guess, because you can find stuff like eyes, yeah. There's the armor already, we talked about that. Rhythmless Dormu, I think it's just Golden Pagel, so you don't have to think too much. Battlecry. I think Hamul is like slightly better, but again, who cares? Wait. It's 4 Battlecries, right? It's 4 Battlecries. Holy crap. Right, you get your battle cry from your normal and then 3 more. Dude, he has no Brann on the board, but he had oh, that's so illegal, that transform. So he has no Brann on the board, but his scaling is better than Golden Brann, or rather his battle cries are better than Golden Brann. So we have eyes, but this deckhand doesn't really matter too much. I think he yeah, it's kind of whatever. Oh, that's 4 minions. And then he can roll that 6-drop, maybe. He tripled the scaling pirate. Oh my god, yes. Let's go, let's go. New hero power. Toki, sure. Just click, click, click. Oh my lord, it's happening, chat. 18 seconds left. We're doing okay. Money is being spent. There's another scaling pirate. There's another one. We got the money. The Tethys is proccing 2 more pirates. And here comes the big buff. Oh, 370 health. Missed 1 triple, but who cares? It's another battle cry. Yeah, he's squeezing in his battle cries now that he can, right? Because next turn there's no Brann. And here we go, everyone. This is why Slyders is just such a high level player. He just got, like, he did what he needed to do, right? He knew exactly what he was setting up for. He set himself up. He really just locked and loaded, said, I'm gonna bank all the battle cry spells. I'm gonna have that pirate so that when I spend money, I get stronger. I'm gonna bank my battle cries. And this turn, I just pop off. This is the meaning of streamer client. When you have that much money, good things are gonna happen. That's, you can kind of just bank on that. Take the money so you don't have to think about your turn. I like that. Whee! Off you go. Pew pew pew. We have Golden Hooktail if we want it. Clearly we don't want it. We no longer have the what's it called? We no longer have the battle cries, unfortunately. But he has Golden Tethys. He will run out of money if he doesn't get a little bit more, though. Because from my experience, Golden Tethys, especially if you play as fast as Slider does, is not enough. Now, he does have the oil. He does have the 4 coins to start his turn with. So it's not just Golden Tethys, but he did get rid of shipment, so he was not interested. Avalanche. Avalanche to end on means that he can transfer his Industrious Deckhand to his Elemental Pirate. That's really smart. We've got Drakari, so if he wants double Avalanche to end on, but doesn't look like it. Just gonna get more scaling. There is a Tethys. Next turn he can... Oh my god, he just sold it. I think he got a little teensy tiny bit punished for playing that tier 5 pirate so fast, because I think he could have just ended on Avalanche to eat it. But again, when you are playing APM like this, it's not about playing without mistakes, because it's not going to happen. It's about playing fast enough and doing well enough, right? As long as he does well enough, right? Okay, we see the stun drake pivot being prepped. So that Avalanche, I guess, isn't even to save his deckhand. Wow. Maybe, again, completely misread the situation here. Maybe he never intended to eat that pirate anyway. Maybe he just wanted to farm Avalanche in his hand to make the transition into stun drake better. That's entirely possible, that he never even intended to eat it anyway. Yeah. Wow. That's so cool to watch. Overconfidence. Free money, baby. So there you go. That's 3 Avalanches in the hand, which means that if he finds 1 Mutinous now, he can Avalanche everything on top of the Elemental Pirate, and then Mutinous the Elemental Pirate on top of the Stun Drake. That's so clean. Now, what I am curious about, whenever I want to transition into Stun Drake, I always run out of hand space. And I don't have 3 Avalanches in my hand. Now, then again, I might have like 2 or 3 Mutinuses, so it's probably going to be a little bit comparable, but it's going to be good to see which cards he thinks are good enough to hold and which are not. Because you can't hold everything, right? He's not going to be able to hold Golden Touch and Titus and Broodmother and Freebooter and Pants and, you know, blah-da-dee, blah-da-da. So he's going to hold his eyes here to use on Freebooter or Poet, depending on what he favors. But with Golden Tethys, regular Tethys, we're doing much better. It's gonna hold Broodmother, okay. Brann not interested. We have enough money with the extra Tethys, it seems. It's not just the extra Tethys, it's also the starting gold, right? He played Overconfidence, there's his Mutinous, right? So now he's good, basically. That's so cool. So he's gonna play Stuntrake already to make a little bit of boards, or make a little bit of hand space. I like that. That's something I do from time to time myself. Yeah, he's fine with the number of avalanches. There is a Titus, but we do not have Golden Touch, so we're just gonna have to buy it. And then we just cast that Battlecry Pirate whenever we get it, because we do not have enough hand space to hold it. I wonder if he rolled Pants here, if he would have banked it, because man, his hand space is so rough here. That is going to help a lot here. Golden Stuntrake he can already play on the board, so now he does not have to hold another one, and that opens things up a little bit. Now he's got that Panda that he can just get rid of, and we can get the Tethys value. That's something to look out for whenever you're trying to do this transition. It's so hard to get Tethys value as your board is going to... or as your hand is going to keep getting oh, so he's going to, wow, this is high level. So he's going to play a Poet now to just get the permanent shield on his Stuntrake, and then for the transition he's going to sell the Poet, get a new one. This is so cool. This is very, very, very cool. All right, so we've got an Avalanche on the Tethys because he was running out of board space. He needed to play his Poet and his shield, and then next turn he can just sell the Poet and the shield guy. That gives him board space to continue cycling. He's also just very healthy. Yeah, you can tell that he's just done this over and over and over already. This is so smooth. I'm absolutely taking notes here. Well, mentally, I suppose. This should help me a lot whenever I'm in a similar position. He's already got armor. It's just a bit harder to see with the bug, but I think it does say 5 armor there. Yeah. New hero power. Sure. Galakrond's not great, but I guess Alakir might even be bad for him. I don't know. Freebooter. Right. Are we looking for Pants? Not yet. Sells Freebooter, but he does have eyes in the hand. The Freebooter sort of jumped in his hand. He's gonna buy it, okay. So that tells me that he is looking for Poet to use eyes on. He's gonna make a bigger guy here, just because he's running a little bit out of time, board space, and everything. Okay, he's just gonna take money with that. There is a hatchling, but there's also a new hero power. This is a little tricky. All right, skip them both. I guess Taunt is not bad here. He's looking at potentially farming with the Rascal this turn, I think. Get some gold and then next turn pivot. Ooh. Okay, and he's gonna sacrifice one Broodmother. This is some high-level decision making, right? He's like very, very he's sort of winging it a little. Well, winging it is not the great term, but he's being very flexible, right? I would say that whenever I'm doing this pivot, I'm much more rigid, where I'm saying, okay, I'm buying this and I'm going to play this on this thing and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Whereas he's saying like, well, there's this Rascal in the shop. I can just get a lot of money with that next turn. And I think if I play one Broodmother this turn, I'm going to get just enough anti-scam and tempo that I might just win this next round, which is still going to keep me on 34. It's a very comfortable position to make the pivot from. Like, very, very cool to see how he's so calm, right? Methodically moving towards it. He didn't sell all his money. He still has a Golden Tethys. 19 gold here because of this Rascal. Evolving for a 4-drop for Poet and for Freebooter. There is a Titus, but again, we do not have a Golden Touch, unfortunately. He's also just verifying that quickly. Like, do I have Golden Touch? No, I don't. Okay. That means I can just buy it. Because, you know, you don't want to have a Golden Touch and then just snap by the Titus and you're like, oh, there's my Golden. He's quickly checking, what do I have again? Right, Galakrond, I don't care. Yeah, that hero power is okay. You get the Tavish hero power. Helps a little bit in the end game. Found his poet. He's got the eyes. But he also wants the eyes freebooter. Okay, he's eating that one so that he doesn't have to... like, he doesn't have to scale pirates anymore, right? He has enough stats. The money is more important from the Tethys. Whew. Okay, we can either buy that whelp or hero power it. There's also double damage, which is going to give him a very big stun trig. Damage cap is on, but it's top 4. So I guess, sorry, damage cap is off, but he is above cap. I guess that would be a better way of saying it. So it is going to suck if the opponent has a taunted Leroy. Yeah, we're going to keep our hero power, I'd say. So it's a 10,000 damage Drake. Was considering to get the taunt there, I think, the taunt spellcraft. We don't have pants. It is the classic no pants situation. Yeah, we'll golden the poet. Then just double Titus. Another pointy arrow. Yeah, I love how he's like, I guess I could put it on a Drake, but it's going to have 10,000 damage. Do I care about a pointy arrow? So this gets a little weird now. He did have to sell his money before he was able to get a golden freebooter, a golden Titus, and pants. So with just 14 gold per turn, you can quite easily just never roll the pants, which is a little awkward. All right. But we did make the pivots. We have a huge stun Drake. We're not losing. 10,000 damage will essentially put him in the you cannot really outscale me category right now. 10,000 damage stun Drake gives 20,000 damage to your board every time you have Avenge 3. So it's a little silly, especially with Titus. Pretty easy to get the Avenge 3. So, needs another freebooter or eyes. He skipped the poet. Not interesting. Found pants. Pants is huge. So, he's thinking, do I need 20k? I don't need 20k. I agree with that. I did just say he's already in the you can't outscale me category. Now that he has pants, I think double poet is sort of cute. I have enjoyed playing double poets in this lineup, simply because it means that you can have 3 dragons getting all the perma stats instead of basically just your stun Drake. Because then the poets are next to each other buffing, that's great. Nice shop here. I think we freeze because there's taunts and there's Brute Nutter and there's the oh, he is going to, yeah. I guess this is a bit of the annoying thing where you want to use eyes or triple the freebooter first, because when you golden it, it gains taunt again after pants. I'm not sure if that's intended. I don't think it used to work like that, so it feels like a little bit of a bug. Bugs in my game, never heard of it. But this essentially makes the judgment call here that while it is only half the scaling because it is not golden, it's still better to try and farm some health against the ghost, so that when he all right, let's hope it jumps on a pirate. When he fights a real player, he wants he wants to, okay, so everything okay, thank god. I was gonna say because if he doesn't get any permanent health, it's quite bad, because you could still get I keep thinking that he's fine, and then the game is like troll face. So he missed the stun Drake. Now that's also something that happens because it's not golden. So this whole speech about how he's going to do this against the ghost because it's much safer, again, you'd still want to do that. It didn't work out, but you still want to do that, because right now the players still have a chance to kill the stun Drake when it comes to regular damage, right? 5,000 health is a lot, but not unkillable. Whereas if the freebooter just procs once or twice on the stun Drake, you have a golden poet doubling the health. It is now officially just not killable with damage anymore. So then you are already in the range of, oh, now the opponent needs to high roll and find a Leroy into the stun Drake, which becomes so much harder. He does freeze eyes, but now it does get weird where if he eyes the pirate to make it golden and again give it twice as many procs, it does gain taunt again. And that is weird because you want the freebooter to be untaunted so that it lives long enough for the stun trait to first buff it with damage so you can then farm the permanent health. Yeah, very, very smooth, very cool game. Also, interesting to see him pivot a little bit early when he doesn't quite have the comp ready yet, but probably also because he realizes he has to go. There's not that much time left. You can see that Cat suffers from the same problem. Also went for the stun trait pivot, albeit much, much, much smaller. We only have 1,000 damage, so we're quite literally 10 times bigger on our stun trait, but no pants, which means that you do get wrecked. He won't stop talking. That's sort of the point. That's what they pay me the big bucks for, to talk Hearthstone Battlegrounds. If you just want to watch, you can mute. Mute is great. If you're like, ugh, commentary on my commentary video, this is awful, then mute is your friend, my dude. All right, we do not get value again, unfortunately. This is getting a little bit ridiculous, but yeah, the golden Titus would help because you would still get as many procs, but you'd have fewer bodies on the board to sort of steal the pirate buffs. He actually loses this. Yeah, 15% to lose. Man, he's getting kicked, as we call it in the business. Excuse me. So one more pair of pants, please. Ugh, I kind of want to even buy that panda, but we can't sell anything, right? Now, he does have a taunt in the hand to taunt his second broodmother and then just YOLO it, because he can golden his freebooter. It'll regain taunt, but if he has 2 other taunts, it's not guaranteed that he doesn't get his value. So we're gonna see if he ends up goldening his pirate here or whether he thinks it's not worth it. All right, he's going to end up declining the gambit here. Nope, no golden pirates gamble. Cleave into cleave. Oh my, no, cleave into cleave into cleave. Oh no. All right. Wait. Okay, if it buffs the pirate here, we're fine, right? If it doesn't buff the pirate, then we won't get any value again. Oh my god, bro. Wait, does that still give us a proc? It doesn't, right? The stun trait is not shining. So dude, this is like, he's just chasing this. He just needs one fight where he's not getting screwed over, but it's like 3 or 4 fights in a row now. It's kind of ridiculous. He might die here, actually, right? He's on 13. He hits the poison with the Drake. 12. Wildfire's at 3. Okay, so 3, 3, and 6. Yes, math, good. Strong math. Okay, Golden Titus. We got this. Golden Titus. We're against the ghost. We can roll pants. I believe. 1 pants delivery, please. Shield? I kind of like shield on your Titus, just to like really, really, really try to not get unlucky. Because he just needs 1 fight, chat. 1 fight will do it. 1 pants, 1 fight. 1 chance, 1 opportunity. 1 French streamer was looking for pants. Can he find it? All right, that's good. He gets more procs. Just got a YOLO golden. Yeah, that's fair. 1 fight, 1 pair of pants. Nope. Well, he has something to sell. He can sell his evoker. Wait, there's a panda. Honestly, you could sell the freebooter, shield, and the evoker to cycle panda for pants here. That's not like crazy because you don't need your freebooter pair. You already have eyes. I think he might be doing it. Nope, just rolling. I guess that means he wants to have glow scale stay on the board. No, he's gonna hold glow scale, so he's just gonna hold it for the all-in. Is there that much downside to just putting glow scale first here and then just shield the Titus? I guess he gets 1 fewer whelp. Fair. He gets 1 fewer whelp. And 1 whelp is 3 hits, which is another revenge trigger. Okay, the pirate got buffed. He attacks, we attacks. He does not have enough damage to snipe the Titus. We should theoretically always get value here. But I'm ready to see the game somehow deny him again. I don't think it's mathematically possible. Because it's got 17 health. Well, no, that's true. It could have technically never buffed the stun drake here. That's true. Damn, that would have been so funny. That would have been a YouTube short, right? It's mathematically impossible. Bam, everything on the Titus. Mother... Hey, Jazzman Can. Thank you for the prime. Thank you for the 22. Welcome back. All right, baby. Let's go. We got a proc. A singular proc. That's all we wanted. That's all we needed. We would still appreciate a pair of pants, but I think we're good to go now. We have to see what Cat has done in the meantime, but there was just 1,000 damage only on the board, so it's hard. I think I just chef the Broodmother here, or a pirate for money. Just so you want to chef Broodmother because you don't want to triple it, right? I think you skip that, right? Because you can golden your guy at any moment here. Yep. So chef the Broodmother because that means it can't triple the Broodmother. Mirror matchup? Well, it is mirror matchup, but again, they're 10 times smaller. Pants! Nope. It's why I love buying pants once, you know, when I'm infinite. Just double money for next turn. Yeah, you can sell that freebooter pair. It's not a big deal. All right, there we go. Because normally in the stun drake matchup, the size doesn't matter too much. But ever since a freebooter tech was introduced, the size matters because it gives you more health. But, you know, most of the time, if freebooter isn't on the board, stun drake boards are going to have like, you know, like 5,000 health on the stun drake like he has now, or as he had, would be a lot. So you'd usually have enough damage. Oh, but the cat stole a cleave. But does that ever matter? I don't think so, because I think we've gotten enough freebooter value that we're good. But right, cat is cat, obviously, so they're like, my cleave now. Yeah, it's not gonna matter. Look at our Broodmother just tanking that. We're tanking, baby. 99% win. They finally got it. Why are we holding eyes? Because we cannot play eyes until we have pants. That's what I've been saying the whole time. He needs pants. If he can't untaunt the freebooter after it becomes golden, then that's a problem. Hey, Leshy, thank you very much for the prime. Thank you so much for taking the time, subbing to the channel. Really appreciate that, Leshy. Welcome. Is the MMR on the opponents? Can we see? 17k on Goddammit. That's an extension that Slyders is using. Now, Hearthstone Deck Tracker also has a plugin that shows the MMR. But I kind of don't like... I feel like it's useful, sure, right, for the stream, but I think aesthetically it's not, like, super pleasing. Just because you can clearly see it's not, like, Hearthstone, right? This is just... yeah. Is it lethal? It should be lethal, yes. No! Quick math. We're 2 off. Oh, but he left because he's like, I have no shot. So, technically lethal. There we go. Yeah. Capitulé. GG, chat. What a wild, wild game.